What?
This is the story of Chupy, a rescued dog with a wolf-like appearance, unwanted and abandoned, who ended up changing my life in the most beautiful way. I still remember the first time I saw Chupy. Honestly, I didn't even know what I was looking at. Part of me thought he looked like a little bear cub. Another part of me wondered if he was some kind of mix between a puppy and a coyote. I had been rescuing animals since the early 2010s, and I thought I had seen just about everything by then, but this little dog looked completely different from anything I had ever come across.
Good boy.
A couple had this puppy living outside under a shed. It wasn't a safe place for any animal, especially one as vulnerable as him. Raccoons and coyotes could easily get underneath there. When I first met him, his ears folded back against his head, his eyes were squinty, and his little teeth stuck out in a way that almost looked like he was smiling all the time. He was quiet too. Not shy, exactly, just unusually quiet. I remember standing there thinking that this was not the puppy I expected to meet that day. I honestly didn't know if I could help him, but something inside me told me I had to try. When I brought him to my veterinarian, even the vet was surprised. The moment I set Chupy down on the table, the vet looked at him and asked what exactly I had brought in. He admitted he had never seen anything like him before either. After examining him carefully, he told me that while Chupy looked very unusual on the outside, most things seemed fairly normal internally from what he could tell. I explained that the puppy barely made a sound. He walked around, ate, and did everything a normal puppy should do, but he seemed so silent and tired. The vet told me to simply give him time to recover and rest.
Where did you put it? Where's your toy?
And that's exactly what Chupy did during those first days. He slept constantly. Later, we learned that whatever condition he had also caused his skin to be extremely thin and delicate. From the very beginning, he needed to wear clothes to help protect his skin. At that point, the plan was simple. We would help him recover, get him neutered, and eventually find him another home. But somewhere along the way, things started to change. Little by little, Chupy began finding his voice. He started making noises, reacting to things, and showing more personality every day. Then one day, it was like a switch flipped. Suddenly, he was running around the house, playing wildly, and acting almost like a tiny little wild animal. I couldn't believe how playful he became. One of my favorite things about him was how much he loved interacting with me. I would talk to him constantly, and he always seemed to answer back in his own funny little way. It became part of our routine. He also turned into the cuddliest dog I had ever known. Whenever he wanted affection, he would push himself right into my personal space until I stopped whatever I was doing and held him. My husband started noticing how attached I had become to him. He would catch me sitting there cuddling Chupy and laugh, saying that I was obviously going to keep that dog. At first, I denied it. I kept telling myself that he was only staying temporarily. But deep down, I think I already knew the truth. Around Christmas that year, I realized Chupy wasn't going anywhere. He had already become part of our family. Somehow, this strange little dog that nobody fully understood had completely worked his way into my heart. Now it's been 7 years. People still react with surprise whenever they see him for the first time. Some people stare because they've never seen a dog that looks like him before. I always gently explain that he was simply born this way. He has a condition that still doesn't officially have a name, though we continue trying to understand it better, but honestly, none of that changes who he is to me. To me, Chupy is simply one of a kind. Living with him has taught me something important. Animals do not need to be perfect to deserve love. They do not need to look normal, act normal, or fit into anyone's expectations. Sometimes the animals who seem the most different are the ones who end up changing your life the most. From the beginning, I promised myself something very simple. Whether I had Chupy for 10 days, 10 months, or 10 years, I wanted to make those days as happy and comfortable as possible for him. Looking back now, I truly believe he ended up doing the exact same thing for me. If you are ever thinking about adopting an animal, I hope you'll keep your heart open. Sometimes the pets that get overlooked are the ones who have the most love to give. Be patient with them. Give them time to feel safe. And remember that rescue animals may not always come into your life perfect, but they can absolutely change your life in the best possible way. Thank you so much for watching and spending this time with us. And Chupy, if this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe because it truly helps more people discover stories like his. And as always, thank you for supporting rescue animals and the people who love them.